watching things unfold in a play can have a different effect. Tonight you'll witness a tale of Antigone. There she is. It's not a particularly joyous tale. Most impactful stories do not end happily, but they need to be told. No story is entirely happy, sad, or tragic, but you can learn something by watching the consequences of other people's tragic mistakes and not make them yourself.
But some people never learn. The actions you're about to witness occur in ancient Greece in the great city of Thebes.
Antigone and Pythia, the Oracle of Delphi, will first guide you through some other stories so you better understand the actions that you will witness. The story begins with
me! Zeus, king of the gods. Check out my lightning bolt.
Wait.
I defeated Cronos by making him swallow rocks.
He's not waiting. He doesn't wait.
Not to brag, but I saved all of my brothers and sisters, including Hera. Have you seen her? She's one hottie.
She's your sister.
Hey, it was different times back then, you know what I mean? It's not your ton of goddesses just running around all over the place. Not like her though, I mean, wow. That was a good looking crowd. I mean, am I there wanting to be gone? I am. Kind of a big deal.
This story is not about you. Our story begins in Thebes.
To help you better understand the maladies that came to afflict Thebes, we will first look back for the origins of the great city, before it was even called Thebes, before even one person called it home. Take it away, ladies. I've got an appointment with Rogers and Hammerstein for some karaoke. I'm working on my Hamilton lyrics.
Woo! Io was a beautiful young priestess from the city of Argos. She was a follower of Hera, the hot the eye of Zeus.
Yes! It is always about me. It's always about Zeus. So Io, you single?
I have no interest in the company of men. I'm a priestess. I serve our goddess Hera.
But I'm Zeus.
Somebody heal him!
You can't do that.
Zeus, being Zeus, he lusted for her, but she rejected him. Zeus never really understood rejection, and Hera fully understood that. And so Io was turned into a heifer by either Zeus or Hera, not sure which, but yes, she became a cow. And Hera sent the 100-eyed giant Argus Panoptes to guard and protect her, and keep her away from Zeus. But Zeus couldn't beat a turn, and with the help of Hermes, he slayed the giant and freed Io, who was still in cow form. Equally stubborn and vengeful, Hera set a gadfly on Io to sting her and drive her away from Zeus once again. She traveled far, crossing Bosporus. Eventually, she encountered Prometheus, who was chained to Mount Caucasus for giving humans fire. He shared a prophecy with her that one day she would become human again, and her lineage would eventually yield Hercules. Renewed in spirit, she kept moving forward until she reached Egypt. Here, Zeus found her and restored her to human form, although he appeared to her in bull form. Anyway, they had 2 kids together, and yada yada yada. She got married to the Egyptian king Telemachus. These 2 eventually had a grandson named Danaus, who had 50 daughters. Yes, 50. They were called the Danaids, and with them he returned to Greece. Apparently, Heracles was a direct descendant of one of his maidens, and so was Cadmus, who became the first king of Thebes. Cadmus' father was a Phoenician king, while his brother was the king of Cilicia. His sister was Europa. Oh, and guess what happened to her? Wait, what? She was carried off by Zeus.
What do you want from me? I'm just a god. I married my sister.
Zeus, in bull form, carried her off. Cadmus wasn't able to find his sister, so he sought advice from an oracle who told him to give up. Neither you nor your brothers will find your sister. She's taken by Zeus, and you are not going to beat Zeus, because he's a god. I mean, he's Zeus.
I'm Zeus! Who loves you, baby?
Instead of pursuing this quest any longer, you are to follow a cow. Oh, the cow. No, different cow. Really? A different cow?
Say Zeus! Help!
A completely different cow. Why are there so many cows in my family? Cows. Plural. You know what? I'm gonna go now. Good idea. You'll have a lot to deal with soon. What? Nothing! Bye! Okay.
I built an altar to make sacrifices to the goddess Athena. I sent men to the spring of Oedipus for water, but they never returned. It seems the god Ares had a dragon protecting the spring. I asked Athena for help.
Fear not, Cadmus. You will slay the dragon using a spear.
A spear? That's a good idea. So, I killed the dragon with the spear.
Now take the teeth of the dragon and plant them.
Again, so obvious. Where should I plant them? Over here. It was awesome. Soldiers started popping up everywhere, but they didn't like me much because I was loyal to Ares. And I killed his dragon, so I ran away and hid. Then I started throwing rocks at them from different hiding places. It was so funny. They got confused and took each other out. When there were only about 5 left, they calmed down. I came out and they became my spar toy. Those guys were great. They helped me settle my city. Then things got even better. I married Harmonia, the daughter of Aphrodite and Ares. So Ares stopped hating on me so much. The wedding was awesome. All the gods were there, even
Zeus! One of the children of Cadmus and Harmonia was Semele, who became the mother of Dionysus. Zeus didn't like Semele too much and destroyed her. But he took the little embryo of Dionysus and placed it in his leg in a strange privacy. Very strange. The palace burned down, so Cadmus and Harmonia decided to travel and left their son Polydorus rule. He fathered Lightridge, who fathered Laius, who fathered Oedipus, who fathered Antigone. But there's a little bit more before we get there. Back to Laius. Laius lost control of the city to a while, to twins who were the sons of Antiope and Zeus. Zeus!
Read it, Laius, little grim.
Yes, Granny Gherkin, this place is ours.
Good times. So you want to do today, brother? Should we take over a city and rule it?
Nah, that was so, yesterday.
True. Hey, maybe we should fortify the city so we don't get invaded.
Yeah, King, let's do it.
Let's build walls.
Walls, genius, big walls keep everyone out. Okay, so what do we do first?
See those big rocks over there? We can stack them on top of each other.
All right, let's do this. Problem. These rocks are heavy, bro.
But we are evidently sons of Zeus.
Zeus!
Maybe so. Heavy rocks. Heavy rocks, bro.
Maybe, but I got me music. And this magical lyre friend is gave me because, you know, he's got an epic crush on me. Watch me cook, bro.
Whoa! That was amazing! But why are the gaps in the wall?
Those are gates for when we want to leave or trade. I made 7 of them because I think it would be super cool to call this the city of 7 gates.
That does have a nice ring to it.
I'll say.
Hello, ladies. Who be this beautiful creature?
I be Niobe.
And I'd be happy
He did not die, however. Instead, he was found and cared for by a shepherd until he could not care for him any longer. He then delivered him to another shepherd. The second shepherd took him to his master Oedipus, the king of Corinth. The childless king adopted and raised the boy as his own, so he grew up believing that he was the king's son.
As a young man, he came to doubt his parentage.
And so he too ventured to the temple of Apollo at Delphi and was troubled by what he was told.
You must not return home, for if you do, you will kill your father and marry your mother.
Horrified by what he heard, he traveled away from Corinth, the only home he had ever known, and headed towards Thebes.
Meanwhile, King Laius grew anxious after receiving bad omens that his son would soon return to kill him.
He set out for Delphi to yet again seek the counsel of High Priestess. As he entered a narrow passage called Cleft Way, he encountered an unknown traveler in his path.
The king's attendants ordered the stranger to yield the right of way.
But Oedipus would not.
So Laius struck him with his whip.
In retaliation, Oedipus killed Laius and all of his men.
Unknowingly, Laius' son had killed his father. The lone survivor fled back to Thebes and claimed that he encountered a gang of bandits. Thebes no longer had a ruler.
Without a ruler to protect the dean, the winged sphinx flew in and terrorized Thebes.
The terrible creature would capture a citizen and ask a riddle.
What if one boy still becomes 4-footed, 2-footed, and 3-footed?
Each time the person gave the wrong answer, they were eaten.
Oedipus eventually answered correctly by saying, "Man!" For man first crawls on all fours, then walks on 2 feet, but uses a cane in old age.
It was then that the Sphinx took her own life. The Thebans were so grateful that they made Oedipus their king.
And being the king of Thebes, he married the widowed queen.
The prophecy had been fulfilled.
With his mother, he sired many children, and Thebes prospered for some time.
When plague struck the city once again, Oedipus returned to the oracle.
You must purge yourself of your own blood guiltiness.
So he returned to Thebes and denounced the crime that he himself was unaware he committed.
He made it his purpose to track down the criminal who had killed Laius. But as he made progress, he slowly realized that he was the perpetrator, and soon everyone would know that the prophecy had been fully realized.
Unable to reconcile with the unimaginable truth, Queen Jocasta takes her own life, and Oedipus blinds himself and is banished from Thebes.
Oedipus, the blind and banished king of Thebes, has come to colonists, led by his daughter Antigone, after seeking the advice of another oracle.
Oedipus, you shall walk until you are within the realm of Athens, until you reach the sacred grove of the Furies, where you will find your final resting place.
It is here he sits upon a rock, and is approached by a native.
You are a stranger here. Please depart. But Oedipus, knowing this is his destiny, refused to stir, and I go to consult the elders of Hellas.
It is thy inclination to take pity on this blind beggar and his daughter.
I'm Antigone, and this is my father, Oedipus, the former king of Thebes.
This name to us is abhorrent. We order you to leave this land.
Please! I have been told stories of the famed hospitality of Athens. I mean no ill here. Surely your grace and kindness will bring many blessings to the state.
We shall await the decision of our heroic king Theseus.
I ask the noble King Theseus for protection, life, and burial in Attic soil.
Our king befriends him and grants his request, then departs. Soon after he departs, Creon, brother of Jocasta and temporary ruler of Thebes, comes in with armed guards and seizes Antigone, carrying her away.
Halt! After admonishing Creon and rescuing Antigone and her sister Ismene, Theseus informs him of a visitor and takes him to the altar of Poseidon, where he is greeted by his son Polynices.
Polynices begs for his father's blessing as he informs him that an oracle said, "Victory will fall to the side of Oedipus' unnatural sons."
And so is the life of Oedipus Rex.
hoping to prevent war. Their younger brother Oedipus has taken over as ruler, casting Polynesius into exile. Polynesius, seeing himself as the rightful heir, goes to Argos to raise an army against Thebes and Oedipus. And as it is with most wars, there is no winner. And the rule of Thebes was once again left to be ruled by Creon.
And here is where the tale of Antigone begins.
not listen to my concern, but my concern comes from love for you, my sister. We are the last of our family. Our father gouged out his own eyes and died in disgrace. His wife and mother took her own life in shame, and both of our brothers took the life of the other in battle and left us to be the last two. If we die outside the law, no! The best we can do is pray for forgiveness and understanding that we women are bound by the laws of men. Surely the gods understand. I cannot help you do this, and I think you should not continue with these thoughts.
Fine. I won't ask again. I will take care of my duty to my brother myself. When you come to your senses and ask to help me, I won't let you. But if I should die, I will die with clear conscience. And I will be in the good graces of the loved ones who have already gone below. I will be there with blood and milk and here with you anyway. You can defend the will of the gods in the name of fearing a man's word, but I will not.
I'm not intending to offend. Please understand, I am not like you. I don't have the strength to take arms against the city.
You carry on with your excuses. I will carry on with my endeavors and bury my dead brother.
Please, no. I worry for you.
You would do better to worry about yourself.
Please don't tell anyone of what you wish to do. I won't tell a soul.
Oh, don't bite your tongue while you're not speaking for me. Tell any soul you please. In fact, please do. The souls who matter most will please my actions.
But you will be killed. It's crazy. You've gone mad.
Yet, I've already seen things more clearly.
The sun now shines bright. Let us trace his glorious rays. We are showered in light and blessed in golden days. Shine high over peace, over all her 7 gates, over all thirsty streets. Glory now awaits.
The gods granted us victory.
But for Argos was contradictory.
The white shield of Argos he held over his head.
Then he turned his carcass, tucked his tail, and fled.
The great white eagle screamed in flight.
With talons flexed, prepared to fight. Polynices on wings of war.
Met a mighty dragon roar. On wings of evil he clouded the skies, darkening homes within the 7 gates. But bloodthirsty spirits could not rise and change the dragon's fates.
Despite hailing with Hephaestus and flame, or channeling the wrath fairies, the righteous Theban dragon came in, defeating all that our enemy harries.
Zeus detects pompous chants of men, and watched as they drew near. Then furiously struck them back again, with vengeance so severe. They scaled our walls, singing boastful songs, then summoned the walls of the bloody throngs. Ares' favor once again, found at either side, and from all 7 of our captives it was victory!
Cried. 2 would-be kings of an ill-fated line were last foes to share. But like their father and mother malign, found death in equal share.
Trophies now laid for the protector of Zeus. For us a victory you did induce.
On victorious wings we dance in ease.
Let Dionysus take hold of thee!
A new king walks his way towards us, son of Meneceus. The misfortune of 3 benefactors he, the elders he has summoned for this reason they have come in. His announcement in hand we shall learn of his plan.
Gentlemen, thanks to our many sacrifices, Thebes is safe once more.
We must thank the gods.
Hear, hear.
After a long tumultuous voyage, our boats have finally come to dock in a calmer water. Now, I call upon you, elders, that you have all been carefully chosen by your steadfast loyalty to our city. You have, without question, offered respect to the crown, first to Laius, then Oedipus, and on to his sons. Those sons are dead now by each other's hand, doubling our day in mourning. Both brother bloody and each one a killer. Now neither has survived. The royal lineage leads me as the next male heir. As fate will have it, I'm now in the place of power on the throne. I should do my best to return Thebes to a place of glory.
No one can truly know the merits of man until he is set to rule and make laws. Once one assumes this task, he must adopt and hold pure policy. With clear intentions, he must speak relentlessly, even in the face of fear.
This is what I always thought, and always will. The needs of the country must come first, superseding one's friends or family. If he places the needs of friends or family above this land, he is worthless. Again, this has always been my belief. Let Zeus bear witness that I should never be such a man. Hear, hear! Any who marches against or act hostile to this land can be no friends to me.
With that our city, we have no friends, no family.
An enemy of my country is the enemy of mine, and can no longer be my friends or family. Blood be dead. With this I feel, I have issued a decree regarding the sons of Oedipus. General, if you will.
Antigone fought and died in service to the city, and therefore shall be honored as a hero. With the proper burial rites, a hero deserves. His brother birth, Polynices, brought war upon his own people. Leading an army of outsiders who sought to burn this city to the ground, to murder and enslave his own people. Zeus proclaimed this traitor against no burial. No one will mourn the one who came to spill the blood of his kinfolk. His corpse will rot in the open as food for vultures and other carrion.
As I live to rule, no enemy of Thebes shall receive honor in death. Any who live in honor to our city shall receive the same as return, death or alive. This is beyond my belief. This is who I am at the core.
Your word is the law, and now is our will, for all hearts still beating, and those that are still.
Be sure that my warning are enforced.
That is death for a younger man.
No, I don't mean physically. I already have been watching the corpse.
What is it you want from me then?
Be sure you never side with anyone who might violate my orders.
I may be old, but I am not stupid. I would like to live my days up to a natural, and though I may be closer to it, I am in no hurry to die. None of us is so foolish to love death.
Yes, that will be the price. The money of the lead foolish men to their death. Who is to say that your loyalty cannot be bought?
Forgive me, sir! I am here. Not that you were expecting me, but here I am all the same. I'm not winded, though I appear out of breath. I didn't run here per se. I'm not much of a runner at any rate. Suppose that's why I sing my assignment as a watchman. Doesn't take much athletic ability to watch. I don't suppose anyone thought I'd seen anything either.
What did you see?
Right. Getting to that. Well, I headed here. Then I turned around because you scare me beyond all imagination, to be honest. I said to myself, fool, he'll kill you. So I turned and headed the other way until it stopped. Not a second. Then I said, fool, he'll definitely kill you if you don't tell him. So I figured the odds would be more in my favor if I went ahead and told you, rather than not telling you. So I plodded forward.
Just tell me what you need to tell me. What are the odds are very high that I will kill you?
No, please, it wasn't me.
Don't be afraid. Just tell me the news and I will not put it on you. What do you mean it was you or wasn't.
I didn't do it, and I didn't, you did it. Let me make that clear first.
How's that clear?
So would it be fair if I would get beaten, or flogged, or...
You have sufficiently protected interest, all right? The barricade is up. I will not injure you. Now spit it out before I change my mind.
It's hard to spit when your mouth is gone dry in fear. Why is it hard to spit out such bad news?
Do it and leave quickly.
Okay, here it goes. Spitting. Just going to say it. 1, 2, 3. The body was buried! Someone spread thirsty dust all over the body, and there was clear evidence of the proper rituals. They buried it and vanished. Please don't kill me. Goodbye.
Wait!
Waiting.
Who did this? Who did this? Who was it?
I honestly don't know. I wish I knew. I really wish I knew.
What did you know? Stop there!
The body was barely buried, but just enough. The hard drive railings were broken. No evidence of a shovel or pickaxe. There weren't any clues. Not even wheel ruts from a chariot. At dawn, the first watchman of the day pointed out. We were all shocked. There was a clear layer of dust covering the body. It was just enough to take the curse away and lay the soul to rest. Whoever did it knew exactly what they were doing and left no trace whatsoever. There also was not yet any trace of dogs or birds coming to eat the flesh. No birds, no dogs, no people, other than the dead ones. Naturally, we all started hurling about insults and accusing each other. You did it! Not me, what's that right now? By Zeus this! By the gods that I'll face the fire, liar. Fight me! Let's go, tiny toga. Your mom likes my tiny toga. Things like that. It got pretty heated. Emotions and reactions like that are hard to fake. It was pretty certain that it wasn't one of us. Then, Nico. It wasn't Marcus. Well, someone said we needed to come tell you. Not me, actually. But then Marcus suggested we flip for it. Now, you can look at me and see I can't do a flip. So, I lost, and here I am. That's all. Thank you very much. Bye.
Wait!
Waiting.
Lord, within our minds we wonder still, if this account may depict the God's will.
Silence! Your will should be by your tongue before you reveal that you are as stupid as you're old. Are you insane or just a group of senile idiots? I will not allow such statements. Why should the God care about this body? Did he earn their favor through philanthropy and goodwill? I suppose they were just smitten with the notion that he came with fire in his eyes. Your rivals swore to set a place in temples and shrines, to desecrate their lands and laws. To the God who warred the wicked, now I do not think so. Since I began my rule, there have been some men whose intentions set against my own. They grumble and whisper, malcontented in the shadow. They fail to follow the will of their ruler. This is their work, I'm sure. They bribe the watchmen to fulfill their duties, or worse, perform the task themselves. Money. That is often the thing that leads direction to things which it never originally intended. Money, money, money. It's a poisonous weed disguised as a tonic. It causes men to turn on their brother, abandon their homelands and sack cities. It turns honesty dishonest and piety to irreverence. But whoever sold himself this time shall live and regret it, and never live beyond that moment. By the power of Zeus, I still believe in Zeus's mind. If you do not fight the perpetrator, or perpetrate yourself this crime, then I will not simply injure you or kill you. But I will have you injured so severely that you will welcome death. You will ask for it. You will beg.
Please, sir, forgive my incompetence, spare my life!
Not now, get up, be gone!
May I please speak, or should I go silently?
All the word you speak somehow annoys me and hurts my...
Where does it hurt, sir? Your ears remind you of heart?
Why do you keep talking? It seems like you want me to kill you.
I see why the guards sent him on this mission. Only to tell you the scene I had absolutely no part in doing.
Oh, but I think you did. What's worse, is that you sold your life away for money?
Terrible! No, it is a terrible thing when the judge is not judicious with his judgment.
I don't care what come out of your babbling mouth next. The judgment is yours. Find the one who did this, or blame the consequence will fall on you, or the ones who sent you here. My watchmen who sold your life away from profits.
We'll find the culprit, don't worry! And if you don't, you will never see me again. I'm just happy that I'm still alive right now, so we won't be taking that risk again. Thanks be to the gods, and thanks especially to you, Dionysus.
Nature offers many wonders to this world, but none of which has yet unfurled.
Since wonders in this world began to match the wonder that is man.
He will ride the winter winds across the sea. Navigate Poseidon's worst degree. No matter how high the dark waves swell, he travels on and off to his well.
With Earthman also does his dance. From Gaia clouds and farms and plants.
He can snag the swiftest bird mid-flight,
Teach woodland beasts to neglect their might.
and the creatures who dwell below the wet, he will snare them all within his net.
A many beasts set to hook his coats, yoking mountain bulls with shaggy neck.
You'll conceive ways to take control. Man is a powerful wonder to behold.
Wielding words with a mind as swift as the wind, he can even craft laws to define a good citizen.
These things have all been self-taught, so never the weather will make him distraught.
As he can create shelter with heat, to stake frost or arrows of sleet. And he challenges trials or strife. He can handle all that may come with life.
It is the end, especially as it nears, for man most often aptly fears.
And no matter how ardent he stakes his quest, a cure for this plague is proven hopeless.
With great skill comes great responsibility. Both good and evil are a possibility.
Sometimes wicked is way out, both that one that waves his goodly sons.
If his will upholds that of the gods, his city's fame faces improved odds.
But if the other path is chosen, he will be casted out like a broken omen. No city, no friend, and a pitiless end. Who is this I see with my own eyes?
If I didn't see it myself, I'd say I tell lies.
Sure, it is she. Such villainy, miserable offspring of misery.
It's the one we call Antigone, daughter of her brother king.
Tell me you wear treason's ring.
Are you the one who so foolishly went against the king's decree?
I did it. I got the culprit. I got her right in the act. Right as she was burying him again. Where's the king?
As he speaks, so shall we find.
Did I miss something? Oh, it's you. Have you returned to die?
No man should take a vow unless he aims to keep it. If he then says he cannot, then he'll listen to truths. That's what I think. When you threatened to kill me before, I ran out of here swearing you'd never see me again. I intended to keep that vow, but then the fate smiled on me and look what I got! I arrested her, right at the scene of the crime, right as she was committing the second offense. And now, she's all yours. Do what you will with your criminal. As for me, I shall be going. I hope you can now see I had nothing to do with the crime. Thank you very much. You know how to be rightful offender. Goodbye.
Wait!
Waiting.
When and where and under what circumstance did you arrest this maiden?
That's I said. She was burying the man that's not to be buried. That's it. That's everything. The when, the where, the who, wrapped into one.
Are you really that stupid? Or do you know what you're saying?
I don't understand. Are you not happy? I saw this woman going against your decree and burying the body. I brought her to you. Am I missing something?
How could she be caught in the act when the act already finished?
Oh, well, I am a smart one. Right, see, right after I left your company, you know, when you said all those awfully threatening things to me, I got a brilliant idea to set up a trap. The other sentries and I swept the body clean of dirt again, then we hid. Upwind, of course, because the corpse was starting to smell pretty bad. Then we waited. If one of us started to nod off, we smacked him right across the face or mocked his existence to keep him awake. Then, all of a sudden, when the sun was high in the sky, the gods lifted the plague in a dramatic flurry that whirled about destroying trees until it descended out of sight. That's when she arrived. There she stood, shrieking like a demonic bird discovering its nest in her ravage. She threw herself to the ground, wailing and shouting curses upon whomever entered her work and other things. Frankly, rather unbecoming of a woman. Then she began grabbing handfuls of dust and covering the body and offering libations to the dead. She even had a bronze urn. As soon as we saw what she was doing, the other sentries and I charged in and grabbed her. I'm happy to offer you your perpetrator, sir, as I'm happy to see myself free. It is hard to watch a friend face hard times, but I'll get over it. I've just got a way of survival.
Speak it, girl. Stop staying out of ground and speak. Are you guilty or did you deny it?
Guilty. I did it. I certainly wouldn't deny it. It was me.
You may go now. You're free for all charges. Leave. But before you go, if you speak one word before you go, then I will cut off your tongue, or I will cut off your head attached to it. Now please tell me, did you not know my edict? Have you now known my decree?
I knew. Of course I knew. Everyone knew. How could anyone not know?
And yet you're brazen enough to ignore the law. My law?
Exactly. It's just that. Your law. It's not justice that created this law. It was not a law handed down by Zeus. There is no God involved in its creation. Since you're a human, I have to consider your utterance, spoken or written, could carry enough strength to overrule the unwritten laws of the gods. These are the laws that have always been and always will be. They are eternal. They are not the whims of a mortal. I was not about to go against the will of the gods to abide by the words of a man whose pride has been bruised. I know I will die one day. And if that day comes sooner because of this, so be it. I welcome it. My life has been defined by pain, and in death, that pain ends. I was not about to let the body of my mother's son to lay unburied and rot. If you think my actions were foolish, then I guess it takes a fool to recognize foolishness.
Like father, like daughter, this wild little filly kicks against the sting of her crop.
She would do better to recognize that even the most feral beast can be broken with the proper method, just as iron can bend in shape if softened by flame. A stubborn horse can be broken with the right bridle. Subordinates are best to recognize their master. Yet, this insolent girl overstepped not once but twice in the face of authority. What's worse, I said now she boasts this miscalculation. If I allow this insubordination, then I am allowing her to make me as a woman. No. She might be my sister's daughter, but she will not escape consequence. Neither her nor her sister will go without punishment.
My sister had nothing to do with it.
It is clear that they were in it together, so they should receive the highest penalty. Someone go find the eldest sister, Esme. I passed her recently in the palace. I now know why she looks so troubled. Her evil deeds weigh heavily in her mind. Worst thought is the one, when caught, celebrate her misdeeds and pretend to be virtuous.
I've been caught. Do you want to reward my death? Why wait?
Your death will satisfy me.
What are you waiting for? Your words disgust me as I'm sure mine do you. I will die in glory. I cannot think of a more glorious task than providing your brother with his proper burial. I'm sure your own men would agree if you hadn't frozen their tongues in fear. But of course, only a tyrant is irreverent of such privileges.
No one else in Thebes think this way. It's only you, small one, You are alone.
You are wrong. They sent him out of here, not agreement.
You should feel shame for your solitude.
I take no shame in respecting my brother.
Oedipus was your brother too. Well, he was slain.
Yes, we all share the same mother and father.
Tell me then, why does honor one in order to honor the other?
You cannot speak for the dead.
What is honor and what is disgrace?
They were brothers. Their death calls for equality. Hades demands.
Enough of the right is with me, girl. You think you know the will of Hades? Death does not erase the deeds of the traitor. Not all death are well equally. You can't treat both sides the same when one proud violence to the state.
Perhaps different values are celebrated in the underworld.
Enemies do not become friends in the afterlife.
When faced with the choice between hatred and love, I choose love.
Then go to Hades and let your love die with you. As long as I live, no woman will be my master.
Now in front of the palace gate, weeping for her sister's fate, as many arrives, different somehow. A blood-red cloud stains her brow. Her face once held such simple beauty, but now seems tortured by a sense of duty.
You, Sister Snake, slithering in my own house. Two vipers undetected. All the while, I was foolish and unaware that my parasitic nieces are draining for my lifeblood, plotting against my throat, waiting for your time to strike. Now please tell me, did you or did you not take part of this crime with your sister? Answer me!
I did. Yes. And if she agrees, I will share the consequences for the crime we committed together.
No. Why would I do that? You never wanted to partake, and I certainly did not give you any of the credit.
You don't have to suffer alone. Let me share your burden.
The gods know who did and didn't do anything. Idle words had nothing. I did not need the words when the actions were never there.
No. Please don't push me away. You're all I have left. Let me die with you and let our family be together in death.
Why should you die too? You were too afraid to do what needed to be done. Realize your fear and stay alive.
What do I have to live for once you're gone?
Why not your old buddy, Uncle Creon? He's more your type of people. He loves his words.
Please do not mock me. Does that make you happy? Does it bring you joy to increase the pain I feel?
No. I mock you out of sadness.
Is there anything I can do for you now? Anything you'll let me?
No. Escape. Flee. I do not wish to see you harmed. Help me by preserving your fate.
Why? Why can we not share the same fate?
Because we choose different paths. I chose death.
It didn't have to be that way. I tried to get you to choose differently.
There are some who would call you wise. I have my own convictions. The dead will side with me.
But now we both stand convicted.
You're not. You will live. I died the moment I chose to bury your brother.
You're a foolish woman. What if you recently lost your mind, while the others seem to have been born that way?
You are right. Why, sire, please do not punish us for our mental lapse. We women lose our minds when we commit a crime.
Clearly, your mind betrayed you when you made the choice to align with the evil deeds.
My mind cannot make sense of this. I don't understand a life here without my sister in it.
Your sister is not here. She is dead. Do you understand?
Would you really kill your own son's betrothed?
You'll find another field to plant the seeds in.
But Haman favors Antigone above all others.
Play of trolls who seduce our sons.
If only Haman could hear how you dishonor him.
If only I could cease to hear your loathsome voice. Your absence in my ear. You are a boil on my foot. Curse this marriage and this bride.
Would you actually take the bride of your own son?
I would not. Death would take his bride away.
It is definite then. She will die. Her fate is decided.
By you and me, now take them away! Remind them that they're women and not free to roam about. Tie them up. They will run if they get a chance. Even brave men will flee away when death follows closely at their heels.
But once the house is stung with unrest and devastation, halls are henceforth lasting for generations, like a wave of unfortunate enervations, incessant by the northern winds of Thrace, surging over the blackest depths at sea, and destructive gale-force winds replace the gentle ocean breeze. And beyond the sea, what's more, the tempest swells far beyond the shore.
A Theban family cursed from the days of Lapicus, passing melodies to the offsprings of Oedipus, an offense to God to last the ages, an endless stream to this deity rages. And just when hope may offer light, spark is snuffed in godly might.
Any man who revolts will lose when Zeus lets go his bolts. No matter how many moons, how many rulers sent to tombs, light shall shine upon your throne, with your equal never known. For all eternity, your power is certainty.
Hope is a fleeting dancer, whose partner seeks an answer, but she gives just enough flirtation to stimulate temptation.
Some approach with swagger.
Others fail to ask her. They linger by the wall, without much hope at all, and pray that there's a chance for hope to come ask for a dance. Sage advice in these wise words, wise indeed, be sure they're heard.
Fair is foul, and foul is fair.
You may fare foul should you follow unaware. If the gods foul do intend, then you may find an unfair end.
Hither comes Haman, looking filled with anger. It's safe to say he's angry at his father.
Perhaps Creon should rethink on the position he decreed she'd die. Haman's would-be bride, Antigone.
We shall soon see clearer than a blindfold soothsayer. My son, so good to see you at this fine day. Finally, a loyal face, an oasis in this desert of treachery. Surely you're not upset with me for enforcing my law when they're so brazenly ignored. Are you, my son? You, above all the others, know that my intentions spring forth out of love and concern of the welfare of others, the citizen of fair Thebes.
I am my father's son, and shall act as such. No wedding can replace your wisdom, and I shall let your governance be my guide.
Yes, of course. You are a good and loyal son, as all sons should be. He knows that a father's will is to be revered. A king is the one voice of the city, for it is the paternal desire for each of the father's sons to grow in service to him with a common purpose. Counter father's will, each their own. Avenge his enemies and celebrate his victories. A son cannot allow a woman to lead him astray with her feminine wiles, to dim his wits and resolve. The warmth of her, embrace her fate as soon as you have served your purpose. Let her go. Better yet, send her away. May she marry the dead. I must say, sir, given that I call her open defiance, I will be my own traitor if I do not enforce the law. Yes, she will die. If she wishes to appeal, let her do so with Zeus. She will have better luck there. If I allow my own house to foster a rebellion, then it shall only inspire the worst amongst the others. A master of his house are much more likely to be a master of civic affairs. I would never allow someone to simply ignore the rule of law, or worse, overrule their master. A head of the state must be obeyed without question, or the state cannot be successful. Anarchy is rooted in evil. Discipline is everything. We will be better off in exile, or cut down by a man in battle, then better allow a woman to best us in such affairs.
Unless my brain is showing age, we call the advice you offer sage.
Father, the gods give men the gift of reason. Your reasoning is sound, and it's not for me to find flaw in it. You are very wise, and you use your gift well. However, I guess it stands to reason that there are other men who may also entertain wise thoughts. As your son, it is my duty to share with you the will of the people. The people are talking. No, they whisper. They whisper because they are too afraid to speak too loudly. The whispers are in mourning for Antigone, the ill-fated maiden who acted nobly to honor her slain brother in the face of certain death. They admire her. They whisper of how she could not allow her brother's corpse to be shredded by dogs and vultures. They whisper her name. They wonder why her name should not be etched in gold. Gold! Please, don't misunderstand me, Father. I only favor your favor. My desire is solely to stay in that favor. Nothing can fulfill a son more than being of some service to their father's success, just like fathers take pride in their sons. I only ask one thing, Father. Please don't hold on to one thought as an absolute certainty. You mustn't say one thing and be angry if you hear another. It seems unlikely that all wisdom was born in the same body. It's more probable, however, that one can increase his own wisdom by consuming the knowledge and counsel of others. Learning is virtuous, not shameful. A tree that is able to bend when caught in a flood survives. A tree that stands too firmly will be uprooted and tossed down the river. A sailor who fails to realize that he needs more slack in his line will capsize. Perhaps you too should be less rigidly set in your anger. I hope that you can listen to me and take my counsel. I know that I'm young, but I'm not void of experiences. I may too have some wisdom to offer. It's fantasy for one man to have the capacity to know everything. And when that doesn't happen, which is more often than not, the next best thing is to be able to recognize and take good advice when it's presented.
The words of the son seem quite wise, but the same could be said of the father's advice.
I'm far too old to be taught morality by a boy.
My counsel seeks justice. Please don't discredit my words because of my age. I only appear younger to you because you're my father. Regardless, I ask you to take note of my actions instead.
What action? You run to support insurgents.
I would never advocate for criminals.
Is this going on criminal?
The majority of the people of Thebes don't think so.
Not take my order from the commoners.
Now he sounds like a boy.
Shall I prefer to please myself or the others?
How can you ignore the commoners? They are your people. What is the ruler if the city has no people? There are no cities of one.
King is the one voice of the city. This is the way it must be.
You would be brilliant ruling in a desert.
It was clear that my son is fighting for a woman's cause.
If you are the woman, then yes. Because I fight for you, you are my cause.
What cause do you have to challenge me? To accuse me this way? You insolent child.
I can simply see that your reasoning got twisted. I just want to help you untangle it.
Is it twisted to maintain my rightful authority?
It is if you twist your own authority to supersede that of the gods.
You're clearly taken by a wiles of a woman.
No, I am simply on the side of honor.
Hold on when you speak of for her.
And you and me and in service to the gods.
I saw a silent. She would not be your bride.
Then her death will be followed by another.
Are you threatening me, son?
No threat. I just don't think you've quite thought through exactly what happens after you enforce your consequence.
You live to regret these thoughts, child.
We shall see. If you were my own father, I would say you've gone crazy.
Hush, puppy. You have allowed your woman to become your master.
You are so quick to have one script from your mouth, only you can listen as easily.
Damn, remind me of listen! You know what? I have enough of this! Now hear this! Bring that treacherous harpy out down to and I'll let his ears hear what his eyes cannot see. She will die right now! I will kill her right in front of will be through.
That is not going to happen. She shall never die by my side as you. You shall never see me again, because I am no longer your son. Enjoy the company of those who entertain friendship with a madman.
It is shears up the ground now, sire.
Pain and tempers of youth are quick to fire.
Girls, better than the best seed not grow here. Let him muddy the soil of another garden. His delay should not change the fate of those two defiant rogues.
You mean to kill them both, Your Highness?
No, you're right. Just one of them. I guess I'll spare the one who didn't actually get her hands dirty.
What death will Antigone receive for her defiance?
I should take her to some obscure place outside the city and dig her a tomb within rock. There, she will be buried with just enough food ration to not draw anger from the gods. While she's there, she can also pray to her beloved Hades to reprieve from her slow death. He will either strike a deal with her, or she will have better to learn that she can have first respect to the law of the land instead of whatever lies beneath it.
And now, a sonnet.
Love, in a battle cannot move the feet. Love carries prize and this to the rich. Love, in the night guards, the maiden's soft cheek.
Can man withstand when love sets to bewitch?
Across vast seas, across wild meadows.
No matter the being, no one can hide.
All the gods and all the men know, among immortals the men who have died, love may bring the battle inside the mind.
Drives a wedge between a father and son.
A shift in priorities you will find. This temptation's limits know not by one.
Divine Aphrodite enjoys her gift, which leave no place unknown, nothing within.
Now that we see her, it brings forth tears, for a life full of promise and unused years. The blindness of justice, unseen and unfound, to bring this beautiful bride underground.
People of Thebes, I soon take my last breath. I walk my last path onward to Akron. I fill my lungs with the last whiff of the Theban breeze. My eyes take in the glorious rays of the sun one last time. Perhaps it's Akron I shall wed. I shall never hear a wedding song. No maiden will sing or bear flowers. Death will be my groom.
Not weddings, but a different song. The people will be singing before long. You're not named by sword nor stricken ill, that you march onward to Hades, though.
You held fast to your own laws, never giving. Now march on to the underworld, still living.
I've heard the tale of boastful Niobe, daughter of Tantalus, who was chained to the Gyrian mountains. She was entangled with ivy and the very rocky mountains of Hylas. She was pummeled by the elements until she became one with the edifice. Her countenance still recognizable, as she looks out with tears flowing down, forming a stream of sorrow for her lost loved ones. Her end is my end.
Niobe was born of gods, lineage divine. Our ones are mortals, yours and mine. It is a glorious fate indeed, for a mortal to share fates with the deity.
On top of all this, you mocked me. Why? For the sake of the gods. You cannot have the dignity for me to be buried and gone. Instead, you laugh in my face, and in the presence of our great city, where no one weeps for me. It's a city whose laws and to me consequence. I have no place here with any human, alive or dead. This city is not my home, nor is any other.
Your reaction came too swift and wild. Your actions against justice have gone too far. Perhaps it's because you're your father's child. Your ruined life preordained by who you are.
Now you've gone and touched the sharpest wound. I weep for my part in this cursed family. I weep for my whole disastrous family. I will join my ill-fated parents, a mother who lay with her son, a son who bedded his mother, myself the product of such a deplorable union. Oh, my dear mother, your wedding has been my own.
In front to the
here in my ashes and dust.
If singing or crying did anything to stop death, it would never end anywhere. The world will be a cacophony of grief and make no difference to the outcome. Take her away! While she's encased in her rocky tomb, leave her die quickly or slowly as she pleases. Her way will end one way or the other. Either way, she's no longer our problem. Her day in the sun has now passed.
O tomb, O bridal chamber, O solitary cell of stone confinement, my eternal home, where I join my kin and my line to be brought in amongst the guests Persephone. I am the last of them, and my death the most abhorred before my time. I hold fast the hope that I will be welcomed by you, Father, and loved by you, Mother and brothers. I have honored each of you with proper burials and poured libations over your graves. For this, Polynices, my reward is my redemption. I took care of you more than I would have for a husband, for I grew married. I tended you more than I would have for a child, if I were a mother, if I could bear more offspring. I would not have defied the laws of thieves for any of them. It is because my parents have already journeyed to the land of the dead, and I could never gain a new brother. This is my reason, my law. For this, Creon thinks of me as deplorable. He's deemed me criminal for honoring you, dear brother, and has declared that I be driven underground while I am still alive. I shall never marry, love a husband, or know motherhood. I have been abandoned by all my friends. For what? What have I ever done to defend the will of the gods? Justice? Who can I pray to? If my piety did envious, then may my sufferings be my wrongdoings. But if these men are wrong, then may no suffering beyond my own, as a penalty for their injustice.
This maiden of the gale still blows forth, still alive and holding course.
Irritated to see why she's still here. The God with the light of deliverers will soon find their own sentencing.
Oh, the sound of death is here.
Death is what you soon find. However, no hope to any difference.
Oh, please, save my people! Look at what they're doing as they try to make my dead! Look at what they do to the last of the line of kings! Last of the house of Cadmus! What men punish in reverence to God!
Take her away!
Recall the tale of Danae full well, who exchanged the life for a prison cell, enclosed in a bronze vaulted hollow, there to remain for all days to follow, stowed away with her noble line, until Zeus came with golden seed divine.
Oh, my daughter, my divine child!
The strings of fate cannot be riled. Fate has a terrible power. No wealth, no arms, no ivory tower. Not even Ares or Poseidon's seed has strength enough from fate to flee. He also the tale of King Lycurgus, whose madness began to rule his purpose. His attacks against the god Dionysus led him towards his very own crisis. 'Twas madness to evoke a god's ire, and his attempts to quench the immense fire. He was chained to rocks to learn his lesson, and leaped the madness from the threshing. Near the black waters of Bosphorus, the clashing rocks of Sophocles, King Phineus jailed his wife and took another, his two sons blinded by my new stepmother. Ares watched as the injustice was born, sons unable to give vengeance to scorn. They wasted away in pitiful sorrow, anguishing over their mother's tomorrow. Their mother, her lineage could trace, as one of the great Oedipus race. Daughter of Boreas, and in her father's sea caves, she was reared where winds of tempest raged. Though a child of God was she, like you, she could not escape her destiny. No matter which prayer may come off the breath, there are none alive who can evade death.
As I always have.
This is how you've managed to successfully run your city this far.
Indeed, through your counsel, I am in debt.
Once again, I am at the thought that your fate stands at a precipice so sharp it is as though you stand on a razor's edge.
Please do tell. You have me concerned.
Listen closely and you will learn from the signs I've seen. I have recently taken my place in my seat of augury where birds often come and share their knowledge of the future with me. It was then I heard a strange voice. It did not sound like any bird I'd heard before. It was, however, a bird, some form of bird. Through the frenetic beating of wings came a barbaric screeching. It was as if an unintelligible rage had taken them, as though they were screaming violently through their thrashing wings. They turned their talons on each other in a savage fury. In fear of the barbarous massacre occurring before me, I expediently initiated a ritual. As they tore each other apart, I tried to light the sacrifice at all ends, but the fire would not ignite despite my efforts. The thigh bones oozed a thick juice that caused embers to sputter and turn ashes into puffs of smoke. Gallbladders burst and sprayed bile through the air with the fat just melted and fell off the bone. The signs I described were confirmed to me by my boy here. The ritual had failed and I deduced that it was you. Your edict brought about this curse on thieves. Every altar, every sacred heart stained foul by the gullet of dogs and crows. The more they gnawed at the flesh of the unburied son of Oedipus, the further away the gods' ears moved from our prayers. This unnatural incense caused the gods to reject our offerings. Having engorged themselves on human flesh has rendered the birds unable to sing a happy note. Feeding on the glistening blood of a dead man has rendered their messages silent. So ponder this, my son. To err is human. It is the moment once the mistake is made when true opportunity to take measure occurs. A man may redirect his fortunes no matter how egregious if he chooses to take hold of his folly and make amends for his missteps. He must be willing to bend towards retribution. If, however, he latches on to his errors like a stubborn mule, his path shall be laid with more foolishness and inevitable consequence. So yield to the dead, I say, do not continue to stab at the corpse. What benefits you to slay him twice? I offer you good counsel. It is wise to take advice when it only offers you advantages.
That's the omen too! And one of you conspirators, you take aim. Here is your target. Take aim, marksman. You mark me for stupid, old man. I will not be taken by your kind. I have plenty of experience dealing with the fortune teller who tried to take the fortunes off of me. You speak for advantages and benefits. I will not be taken advantage upon. Go! Pattern your fortunes in India or Sardis. No one, not even the wealthiest king, can buy a burial for this man. His treacherous body will stay and rot where it lies. Not even an eagle grabbed morsel of his rotting flesh and flew it up to Zeus himself will I bend. Mate, I will not be afraid what so-called prophecy. No man has the power to pollute the will of the gods. Men do err, Alturas, yes, but they err greatest when they follow the advice given by the charlatans who out of their own game.
It saddens me to hear this. No human actually knows.
What? What is it that we men do not know now? You also men. You know gods. What additional sage advice do you offer?
Just that good judgment and wisdom are more valuable than
lowly soothsayer.
Yet you began all this unpleasantness by calling my prophecies false.
Oh, you misunderstand me. I did not call your prophecies false. I simply did not call your words prophecy at all. Your kind speak for money, nothing more.
You and all tyrants lust for filthy personal gain.
You are an awful soothsayer, but you lean away from justice.
You prick at my will. I have one more secret I have yet to speak that I hold close to my heart.
Speak it, but do so not for profit.
There is no profit in this secret, certainly not for you.
Nor should your fee be paid off any of this.
So be it, but hear this and take it to heart. The sun's chargers shall not run their race too many times before your suffering begins. Your own son's corpse is the cost, blood for blood, body for body, death for death. You have corrupted the will of the gods, first by keeping one of the dead above ground, and second by forcing one of the living below, entombing a living soul. You have twice offended the gods, the furies of Hades waited in ambush as you have meddled with the business of the dead. I give you this prophecy for free as I have not yet been paid, but you will see my truth more and more clearly as time passes by. The cities that house our enemies stand by in enmity as their loved ones have not yet been buried, but instead devoured by them all as carrion birds and dogs. The stench of death returning home to taint the air likewise. Further, you have provoked me, stung me. Now you will feel my arrows as they penetrate your heart. You may try to pretend they don't exist, but you will feel the pain nonetheless. Take me home, so he may vent his anger on younger ears more apt to listen. If he learns to nurture a more gentler tongue, it will prove him better service in future discourse.
Now the man is gone, sir. I must say, I have only ever heard him sponsor prophecies that came true since the time of even my youth.
We share the same thoughts. I'm right. To give it will be awful, but what awful things will come if we do not change the cause?
To listen to good advice is wise.
To give me advice now, how listen?
As for Antigone, my thought is, you should let her go. Build a tomb for the body that lay exposed.
So you think I should yield?
Yes, and take the swiftest path, for swift the gods are with their wrath.
It stings like a dagger in my heart. But I will not deny that. I feel it is necessary.
Then go with the swift light, and go yourself
To make sure it's done right.
I will go now. Come! Come! Anyone hear this? Come quickly! Bring a shovel, bring a pick, quickly! Hurry! I've changed my mind. This minute is to be free. I will stay when she's subdued, and I will be here when she's released. It is better to follow the law set forth by the gods!
O God of many names and wonder, pride of thieves, born of Zeus's thunder, from the womb of Semele, Dionysus Eleutherius, god of Epiphany, natural liberator superior, Thracian god and guardian of Italy, Bacchus, child of Thebes, where Nea's dance his menace flows, where Cadmus planted dragon teeth, and vines of grapes and warriors grow. Firelight you are seen through smoke, the twin peaks of Delphi with mountains steep, where Corinthian maidens awoke, your spirit and vigilance keep. To see them in the springs of Cassidy, in the caves where they for Bacchus dance, nymphs of Nyssa dressed in ivy, sing hymns on shores with vineyards grand. To thee we leave and shout, keep us from this plague without.
Thebes, the city you most love, Thebes who places you above, with your mother Lightning's bride, Dionysus, hear our cries, from violent plague with tightening grasp, help our city to unclasp. Rush down the slopes of Mount Parnassus, cross the dire strait of Arabassus. Lord of theater, dance and wine, dance across the stars divine, son of Zeus, immortal kings, let your dancing Maenad sing. Iacchus! 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 Dance, let them sing in ecstatic trance.
Attention! Attention! Listen, all neighbors of the family of Cadmus and Amphion. I am not one to judge the life of any man. No one lives a life of pure good or evil, nor of pure good or bad luck. Good fortune comes and fades like the ebb and flow of Poseidon's waves. No mortal can predict a man's fate with purity or guarantee. Look towards King Creon. Here was a man of good fortune. He saved Thebes from its enemies. He took power as a righteous ruler. He corrected course for our city and fathered noble heirs. But that is done. He is lost. He has squandered all of his joys in life, so I call him a dead man walking. He is a corpse. Joy brings more wealth than the riches and powers of a tyrant. Without it, we are but wisps.
What new woes come to the house of the kings?
Death! Two dead! And their blood is on the hands of the living!
Tell us more.
Who is dead? At whose hands?
Who's the killer? What additional news do you bring?
Haman is gone! Dead by the very hand!
The very hand of who? His father?
His own hand has taken his own life! He was enraged with his father for her death.
Look, here comes Eurydice, Creon's wife.
Does she arrive by happenstance?
Or does she know what's become of her son's life?
Greetings, citizens, neighbors, countrymen, friends. The sound of your words reached my ears as I start to leave the house. As I was on my way to pray to the goddess Athena for help, I had just loosed the bolt to unlock the door when the calls of tragedy and disasters reached my ears. The fragment I heard caused me to collapse into my grim stars. Nevertheless, I am asking you to tell it all to me. I need to know everything. I am no stranger to sorrows. I can bear it.
Yes, my queen, I will do as I am asked. I will tell you the whole truth, as I was there to witness it. There's nothing to be gained by softening with lies. The truth is best. I accompanied the king, your lord, to the fields where we laid the mutilated body of Polynices. It was an awful sight. The dogs had not left much flesh or bone. First, we prayed to Pluto and the gods of the crossroads and asked for her graciousness. Then we gathered the remains and washed them in holy water and covered it with branches. Then we set it on fire and buried the ashes under a mound of soil before we set off to the rocky tomb and deathly marriage bed of Antigone. When one of us was able to hear Haman scream, it tore through the air, and I heard the pain through the winds, cutting the winds to find our ears far away. When one of us was able to get Creon to hear, his face contoured in recognition. But then he too began to cry out in agony. I felt it in my very soul. My son! No! Dear God! Tell me that is not the sound of my son's voice.
This is a deep talk laid out by old Tiresias. Did I read a sign correctly? Is that my son's voice? Man, go! Get closer, dude! God, go through!
The rocks were dragged and yanked out.
Look for the source of that sound. Is it Haman? Or have the gods driven me to madness?
We took the orders from our shattered king and went deep into the tomb. We searched the farthest, darkest hollows of the tomb, and at last we found her. It was too late. She was hanging by the neck from a noose she made with her own linens. And there too was the boy, arms wrapped around his lost bride, his marriage bed gone below because of his father's doing. Creon saw him as he kissed his bride goodbye. He rushed to him in tears.
My son! What man has to take him home? Poor soul. Please come home with me! Please, I beg of you!
No answer came from the boy's lips as he cut the noose and laid her down. He turned with this fierce look in his eye, fixated on his father. He moved closer. Then he spat in his father's face. Then he drew his sword and swung savagely at the king. But Creon leapt back and dodged the blow. Consumed with emotion and wasting no time, he turned the blade on himself. burying it halfway to the hilt. As he drew his final breaths, he pulled the body of the girl closer to him in a weakened embrace. Then he collapsed, dead. Their bodies lay together in the house of death. Of all the ills to affect men, perhaps the greatest of all ills is to be set with a bad judgment.
What understanding is to be had?
The lady left with no word, good or bad. I too am a little shocked and concerned, but I try to remain optimistic. Here's what I say. Faced with her son's death, she is too dignified to show her grief in public, so she seeks the privacy of her own home. There, the servants join in the wailing mourning. She's not one to act out irrationally.
I'm less sure as it feeds my fears.
Stone silence can be as ominous as a flood of tears.
Then we shall know straight away if she's holding something in. If there are passions being hidden in her heart, I am going in. You may be right in that too much silence can mean danger.
Look! The king himself now comes. He carries the corpse of his beloved Haman.
He holds the head of his wasted kin, a painful reminder of the cost of his sin.
Oh, this was a foolish stubbornness, insanity, vile, faceless sin. The cost, too much more cost. My crime, my God is the death, the cure. Oh, what family! St. Paul spilled the blood of the cure. His blood is on me. My crime, my own stupidity! Yet he is gone. Too soon. Lost.
It is too late indeed, but now you know the heart of justice.
Too late. For the heart of justice, but the cost is blood and misery. No, not it was some god who kept inside my head and dreamed me to madness, laying waste of my joy. To pay the sheer agony of life.
My lord, I know you are dealing with many troubles and sorrows, but the woes you have brought upon yourself are more than you know. You will find more when you enter your home.
What can there be?
The queen, my lord, she is dead. The poor woman, her wounds are fresh. A dead mother for a dead son.
No, 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 no! Hades! Why do you destroy yourself? You kill me twice in a day! What's more? You bring voice, not truth. Tell me, son, that thou mounted upon death. Tell him that she's not there with you.
You can now see what you hope not to believe.
What? Oh, death upon death. More misery.
We break the lady of the house. She is dead.
More heartbreak. What's next? Laying my dead son. See my wife. Lifeless. It's all too much.
She stood at the altar where she stabbed herself. As the life began to leave her body, she first cried out to her fallen sons. Megaris, who died a noble death when you sacrificed him to ensure victory over Argos. And then Haman. And then in her final breath, she...
What?
She cursed you.
My anguish is on your head. Your blood is on your head. Kill her, my son!
But there's nothing left of me but misery. Why the one. It's me. It's all mine. The grief, the fault, mine. I killed you, my wife, and you, my son. I exist in the prison by my own design. Please, God, help me now. Attendants, take me away. I am nothing. I am but outside as I do not exist.
Valuable request. When one thing is suffer, it's best when it's compressed.
Let it go! Oh, the last morning I see is my last sunrise. Among all the faith I have left is the end of it.
We cannot control when you need our odds. You must leave your fate up to the gods.
This is my prayer!
They do not pray at all. Mortals don't control when it is they fall.
Take me away. There's nothing left on earth of me but misery. Somebody end this wretched life. My son's murderer killed off my pride. I am poison. I am death. Where is my old dad? To whom do I ask for support? My head is bowed. I surrender.
Wisdom destroys very foundation. The irreverent receive no salvation. Words of pride are misapplied. Pomp and pain will come inside. The gods respond with consequence.